Hi, welcome to the tutorial on solving linear equations by graphing. Today we will be using a table to create our graph. A linear equation is an equation in two variables to the first degree, meaning there's no exponents. When graphed, it will form a straight line. Our first equation we're going to look at is y equals 3x plus 2. I will create an xy table, which has been created for us. I get to choose 3 or more values of x, or domain values, for my equation to graph it. I personally like to choose a negative number, 0, and a positive number. Today I've chosen to use -2, 0, and 3. When I plug in -2 for x, I get 3 times -2 is -6, plus 2 is -4, so y equals -4. When I plug in 0 for x, 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2, therefore y equals 2. And when I plug in 3, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11, and therefore y equals 11. I can now come over to my graph and graph these ordered pairs. I go to -2, comma, -4, and put my point. I can go to 0, comma, 2, and plot my point. And then I will go to 3, comma, 11. Unfortunately, 11 is not fit on my graph this time. So I may want to choose a number other than 3. But for now, I will put it there. And we will use a straight edge to draw a straight line with arrows to show our infinite possibilities. Let me show you another way you could choose to do this graph since it didn't fit onto our graph nicely. I can count by 2's. So I can go to -2. So if I go -2, -2, -4. I can go to 0, comma 2, so 0, up 2, because I'm counting by 2's. And I can go to 3. Here's 2, halfway between the next hash would be 3, and up 11. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 would be approximately here. And then I can use my straight edge to graph my straight line. Here is my list of infinite possibilities or solutions for y equals 3x plus 2. Let's try another one. 2y equals x minus 2. Let's take a look. I'm going to plug in -2 first. So when I do -2 minus 2, I get -4. So I know that 2y equals -4. Therefore, y equals -2. For my next one, I'm going to plug in 0. 0 minus 2 equals -2. So I know that 2y has to equal -2. That tells me that y must equal -1. And then finally, I'm going to plug in 3. So 3 minus 2 equals 1. So if 2y equals 1, then y must equal 1/2. I can now graph. I can go to -2, -2, 0, -1, and 3, comma 1/2. I can then use my straight edge to draw my straight line with arrows on the ends to show the infinite possibilities or the infinite solutions for 2y equals x minus 2. This has been a tutorial on solving linear equations using graphing. Have a great day.